So this is the conventional treatment method. Earlier, if water is collected from any reservoir, then it will go for the settling and coagulation. Coagulation means that the chemical polyaluminum chloride or aluminum sulfate will be added in the dosage of around 10 to 20 ppm, and all the suspended solids and some charged particles will be attracted and big particles will be formed. So they will be allowed for this settling. After this settling, it will go to the filtration system. Because some that the aluminum compounds and the trace quantity of particles will be there, that will be passed through filtration system. Then it will go to this chlorination to kill the microorganism. So the first step carried out to remove the materials, that is suspended particulate materials and other impurities, 70-80%, and finally the water is fit, but even though it may have that microorganisms which are giving it, this is around 80% of this is so the chlorination was carried out and distributed. This was the conventional system carried out, and still it is happening. But any discharges of wastewater containing that organic compounds are there, then it will give that deleterious. Next. The disinfection also. The disinfection also we can carry out by many methods. You know that disinfection is killing of that pathogenic microorganisms. So the disinfections we can carry out in 3 methods mainly: the chlorination, ozonation, and ultraviolet radiation. The chlorination and ozonation are chemical method. Ultraviolet radiation is the physical method. It is a physical method. Like the chlorination, the chlorine or the compounds of chlorine will be added, and that OCl radical will be formed. The OCl radical oxygen will react with the microbes and it will kill the pathogens, and some organic compounds will also be oxidized. So, but the chlorine will react with the phenolic compound, that is aromatic ring compounds also. So that will form that chloroorganic compounds. They are danger for our health. So the ozone technology, ozone is O3. The O3, only the nascent oxygen will be released. That nascent oxygen will react with the microorganisms and also other materials, and it will oxidize. So it is not giving any residual pollution. It is not giving any other side effect. So the ultraviolet radiation. So it is the chlorine. It is cost effective, low cost material. That's what people are using. That one. That some disadvantage also, some protozoa cannot be killed by that chlorination also. Next. The ozone is the strongest oxidant, so it is more effective. Only thing, the cost, it is highly costly technology. Here, some ozone is generated. The ozone will be generated in between the high voltage electrodes. If oxygen is passed between the high voltage electrodes, that oxygen will be dissociated to O plus and it will react with another oxygen molecule and ozone will be formed. So this is one of the systems for generating ozonizer, where here in the high voltage region the ozone will be separated and through the pipeline it will be separated sent to the water treatment system. It can be used in that very big water treatment system also. So ultraviolet radiation is only the radiations. The radiations are penetrating inside the cell wall, and it is damaging the genetic material and it is killing the microorganisms. This is the mechanism. But the ozone and the ultraviolet radiation cannot be used for large scale. In the household area or for small water quantity, that it can be used. So this is the mechanism of how it is killing. The generation of UV light, it is very simple, that low and medium pressure lamps are used to generate the ultraviolet radiation. So this is one of the ultraviolet radiation generating system, where that radiation, in this chamber radiation will be generated. So the pipeline made up of quartz, through that the water is passing. Once the light is passing through that quartz cell, and it will kill the pathogens, and the pure water will come out of the core. So that absorption technology, This is a best technology. We use the chlorine. Since chlorine is forming some other compounds, chlorinated compounds, this advantage of the activated carbon, it can remove the type of material also. It will remove the water's material also. Some heavy metals, of heavy metals, that heavy metals will also be absorbed by the activated carbon. So this is the column packed with the activated carbon. Once water is passed through this one, the pollutants will be removed and pure water will come outside. There if you have the more surface area, this is the surface area is the important one because it is a surface phenomenon. With more surface area, more pollutant will be absorbed. Generally 500 to 1500 square meter per gram of carbon surface area activated carbons are used. That also it is useful for removal of the POPs. POPs are the persistent organic pollutants. Naturally, the organic pollutants will be degraded by microorganisms, but more compounds are persistent, so they are called persistent organic pollutants. That can be removed only by using this type of activated carbon filter system. Next. Either the activated carbon system or we can go for the reverse osmosis technology. Nowadays, the TDS, that is total dissolved solid, is the important issue. If you follow any technology, you can remove the microorganisms, you can remove any other compounds or pesticides, those things. But the solids like sodium, potassium, you cannot remove by any technologies like absorption or filtration, sedimentation. So they will remain. So this reverse osmosis technologies are useful. You know what is meant by osmosis. So it is the opposite of the reverse osmosis. So in the reverse osmosis method, the membrane filtration, it is a membrane filtration. It is a physical separation. Between the membrane, the pollutants are removed and pure water is going. So the membranes are basically semi-permeable. So it is thin and fragile. So it requires some support because the very thin film membranes cannot be used directly. So it is put on some supporting material. High pressure is useful. There high pressure is useful. The membrane pore sizes are very less. Since the pore sizes are very less, particles are removed by the one. To reduce the cost and the efficiency, people are feeling that reverse osmosis system is costly. So nowadays, the composite membranes, they have come into the market, and so that the RO technology is becoming low cost also, and the process will also be very simple. So the ions left in between the 1 to 10 Armstrong can be removed by the clock. So it is the most economical method. Generally people will say RO is a costly method.
Students, please be seated quietly. A lecture is going on.
The RO system is the most economical technology. Because if you go for other technology, it may be low cost, but the percentage removal, that efficiency wise, it may be 70%, 80%. But if you want to achieve 99%, you want to purify, then RO technology is economical one. If you follow other technology, it will be costly one. Next. So generally, this RO unit is consisting of some primary treatment and pre-filtration system. Because any chlorine, manganese and iron materials are there, they will foul that membrane. That's what this some pre-filtration systems are required. After that, the module RO module 1 and module 2 will be two modules will be there to get more efficiency. But for drinking water, we can use the single module RO technology also. Then pump with the high pressure pump is required. So these are the components required for the RO systems. So the final product will be permeate and reject. So this is the principle of it. There are two forces. One is the osmosis forces and the external force applied to remove. You can see this is the salt water. This is the polluted water. This is the membrane. So once here pressure is applied using that high pressure pump, what will happen? The salt will be separated here and only fresh water will go towards that. If you see osmosis system, where this is the cell sap in the plant and here water. So that water molecule will move towards this plant cell. So here the reverse system, from this salt area the water is going to that fresh water area. So this is the principle of the reverse osmosis technology. Simple technology. It is a physical filtration technology. No chemical is used, no side effects are expected. Next.